Are you sick of having the same day over and over again and being stuck in a loop of anger, stress, and self-doubt? What if Miyamoto Musashi, one of the best warriors in history, told you that 5 simple habits you could do every day could completely change your life? These aren't just habits, they're a way to become mentally strong, physically fit, and mentally clear. Habit 1. Question everything, even yourself. Not only was Miyamoto Musashi good with swords, he was also smart. He believed that the ultimate goal of martial arts is not victory, but to defeat the enemy's mind. This is something that people still believe today. Underscore this way of thinking went far beyond the fight. Musashi knew how important it was to question everything, including himself and the world around him. In any area of life, this habit is the key to growth, knowledge, and mastery. Many of us just go through the motions in our busy world. Things like our habits, views, and the social norms around us are taken at face value. We don't often think about why we do the things we do or whether they are in line with our true purpose. But Musashi always had doubts about everything, including his skills, his plans, his reasons for doing things, and even his own mind. He wasn't doubtful when he asked questions. He was looking for deeper truths and always getting a better sense of himself and the world. When you question the world around you, you get rid of assumptions and discover new options. You can't reach your full potential if you hold on to false beliefs about things like wealth, relationships, or even life itself. Musashi's plan was to always question what he thought he knew. Traditions and beliefs didn't matter to him. He watched, tried, and changed how he did things based on what worked. In his world, there was no room for being lazy or stuck in old habits. Is this really the best way to do things? He thought was the key to a masterful life. Musashi did more than just question the world, though. He kept asking himself questions. He spent a lot of time every day thinking about himself. He often thought about his choices, actions, and emotions to make sure they were in line with his plan. By asking himself questions, he was able to improve his skills and character and stay away from making mistakes that were based on his ego that could have derailed his journey. When you start to question yourself, you find the layers of rules, prejudices, and limiting views that have shaped the choices you've made. Why do I act the way I do in some situations? You ask yourself, is this the best version of me? What do I really want out of life? You take back control of your story by answering these questions. You have the power to change your habits, beliefs, and way of thinking to become the person you were always meant to be. Developing the habit of asking questions into your daily life means accepting that you are always changing. It makes you grow by getting you out of your safe zone. You can break free from patterns that are holding you back by questioning everything, even yourself. This is true in your job, your relationships, and your personal growth. Musashi's whole life was about change, and this first habit will help you start that process in your own life. Habit 2. Feed your inner world before the outer one. It's easy to forget about the one thing that really shapes our lives, our inner world, when we're constantly being surrounded by things like social media, news, work demands, and societal standards. The famous samurai Miyamoto Musashi knew that building inner strength and knowledge was the most important thing that could be done. Musashi talks a lot about how important it is to think about yourself and learn more about yourself in the Book of 5 Rings. He teaches us that outside distractions stop us from growing truly, and that we can only truly master our outer world after taking care of our inner world. Putting your mental, social, and spiritual health first is what it means to feed your inner world. It means making room inside of you to work through your thoughts, become more aware, and find inner peace. Focusing on taking care of your mind and soul every day gives you the understanding you need to make better choices, handle your emotions better, and stay strong when things get tough. You don't have to shut out the world when you practice this habit. Instead, you should learn to center yourself no matter how busy or distracted you are. Take some time to care for yourself before you start your busy day by checking your email, social media, or rushing through your chores. Musashi would get up early to work out, think, and make his mind sharp. It was important to him that he took care of his inner world first so that he could face the fights of life with a clear head. This could mean writing in a notebook, reflecting, or reading something that makes you feel good to start the day. It's also about practicing thanks, becoming more self-aware, or doing something that helps you stay in the present. Taking care of your inner world helps you become strong and sure of yourself. You get better at dealing with stress, getting around problems, and making smart choices. Musashi knew that the mind is the arena where all battles are fought and that the only way to win in life was to strengthen the mind. This is a more important trait than ever in our busy world. When you give yourself time in the morning to feed your inner world, you set the tone for a clear, purposeful, and emotionally balanced day. Habit 3. Do one thing that makes you uncomfortable. Comfort slows down growth. And Miyamoto Musashi was well aware of this. He thought that the only way to make the mind sharp, like a sword, was to keep challenging it. You become a slave to comfort if you don't consciously step into pain. But comfort never leads to greatness. Think about it this way. Whenever you do something that makes you feel bad, you're stretching your mind. You're telling yourself that worry, fear, and doubt can't run your life. That tension you feel when you talk to someone new, face failure, start a new habit, or do something you've never done before. That's where growth starts. It makes you feel more confident the more you stand on that edge. Musashi didn't just train with swords. He trained his mind all the time. He slept on hard floors, cut himself off from other people, and meditated and thought about himself for hours on end. He picked the hard path not because he liked pain, but because he knew that ease was not the way to mastery. You must understand that there is more than one path to the top of the mountain, he wrote. But you must walk through fear on all of them. If you have to, start small. Take a shower that is cold. In a meeting, speak up. You shouldn't feel like going to the gym, but you should. Do something you have been putting off. It doesn't matter how big the motion is as long as it makes you flinch. It's that tiny bit of pushback that sends the message. Put your weight on it. Every day doing one thing that makes you feel bad turns into a habit. This shows that you are not your fear. And when you do this every day, you start to get harder. You change into someone who runs into fire instead of away from it. Over time, discomfort turns into your friend instead of your enemy. You'll find, like Musashi, that the road that makes you feel bad leads to real freedom, power, and peace. So every morning, ask yourself, what can I do today that will make me feel bad? Follow through with it right away. Everything will be different after that brave act. Habit 4. Delay the easy, do the hard. Today's world is full of temptations and things that can take our attention away. These things make life easy but also limit our potential. There's always an easier way to do something, whether it's looking through social media, checking email, or watching TV. But Musashi knew something that we often don't. We can only grow when we don't take the easy way out and instead face the hard jobs head-on. Musashi's whole life was a living example of this idea. He didn't cut corners. He didn't look for comfort. He decided to deal with problems, even when they looked like they couldn't be solved. He knew that hard times were the only way to improve his skills and make his mind and body as sharp as they were, which made him a famous warrior. He thought, don't look for the easy way out. The easy jobs often feel good right away, but they don't make you stronger in the long run. On the other hand, tasks that are hard and take focus, effort, and strength can change you, push you past your limits, and change who you are. When you take the difficult road, you train your mind and spirit to become stronger, more disciplined, and better able to handle anything life throws at you. You gain speed when you make the tough choice. You make every other part of your life better by being so focused and disciplined. For instance, if you work on the hardest job first thing in the morning, the rest of the day will seem easier. Everything else is easier to handle now that the hard work is done. Miyamoto Musashi was known for training hard all the time. He would often spend hours a day improving his sword skills and tactics. He didn't do this because he had to. He did it because he knew that greatness was won, not given. He did the hard thing because he knew it would make him stronger in the long run. Make it a habit to put off the easy things and face the hard ones head-on if you want to reach your full potential. Choose the hard road, whether it's taking on that tough project, getting up early to work on your goals, or having that tough conversation you've been putting off. You're getting closer to becoming the person you were always meant to be every time you do that. Habit 5. End the day with one silent victory. In the chaos of everyday life, it's simple to forget that the most important wins happen when things are calm. Miyamoto Musashi, who was skilled with both swords and the mind, knew how important it was to end each day with a sense of success, even if no one else heard or saw it. This habit isn't about big accomplishments or approval from other people. A small win that reminds you of your dedication to discipline, growth, and honesty is what it's all about. You don't need big gestures or public praise to end the day with a silent win. It's about getting control of yourself before you go to sleep. This could mean finishing a job you've been putting off, resisting the urge to do something else, or just thinking about what you learned that day. After a fight, Musashi would often go to be alone and meditate or think. Not only did it clear his mind, but it also helped him stay focused on his goal. Because he did this every morning, he felt mentally clear and ready to take on whatever difficulties lay ahead. For you, what does a silent win look like? It might be as easy as not talking badly to yourself before bed, not scrolling through social media, or writing about your day in a notebook. Getting a small job done that you've been putting off, like making a call, working out, or writing. It may not seem important, but these small acts of control build self-respect that gets stronger over time. The way is in training, Musashi said. Underscore as part of that training, every small win and choice you make to end the day on a good note counts. When you end each day with a victory, you reinforce the mindset of someone who is always getting better and going forward. You are telling yourself that the day was over on its own terms, no matter what problems you had. This feeling of success and control gets you ready for the next day and gives you a new sense of purpose when you wake up. The silent success is strong because it is quiet. When you add up all of these little wins, they build your character and determine your success. As Musashi showed throughout his life, real mastery isn't about big shows of power. It's about hard work, focus, and small wins that only you know are important.